So recently I've been fooling around with these older AMT trains, and I started out, I got a couple sets of the passenger cars that I was pretty impressed with, and after that I bought a pile of parts off of eBay, and it was enough parts and pieces to put together two chassis. And the parts I were missing were the power trucks. So what I did, I went and I made some gears. I had the cast housings here. I bought off eBay along with some motors. So what I did is I made these brass gears to fit this casting, and I made the worm wheel. So what I did when I got this Pennsylvania train here, it was only had a rear motor, and it wasn't powered in the front. And although it ran beautifully, it didn't have an awful lot of pulling power. And to pull a set of 4 passenger cars, it was really straining, and it was taking about all the transformer voltage I had off of ZW. So in any case, I took one of the castings, fitted up with gears, and got one of the motors I had. I made new brushes and springs for it, and I installed it in this chassis. The chassis was set for a double motor, and all I had to do was remove the dummy truck. And the beauty of these things is the dummy trucks themselves are power trucks without the gears. So I just filled that with gears. And on this one, which is the original truck, the gears were nylon, but I made these brass gears. And this particular truck has 4 traction tires on it, so this ought to pull just fine. So what I'm going to do is, in a couple minutes, I'm going to reassemble this thing and put the truck back on the train, and I'll take a picture of it running on the layout. Now these are some of the chassis parts and miscellaneous stuff I bought off of eBay one day in a junk lot. And what I got was, I got one frame here which was good, ready to go, and that's either going to be a dummy or I may power it, but as of now I'm just going to make it a dummy. This frame I had to do a little work on it. Somebody filled it up with lead for weight, and I managed to get the lead out without doing any damage whatsoever to it. And in another auction I got some motors. They were without the brushes and the springs, so I made brushes and springs for it. And in that same auction I got a reverser, an E-unit, but it didn't have the contacts or the ratchet wheel on it. So what I did is I made a ratchet wheel. I don't know if you can see that. I made a ratchet wheel and a contact plate for this, so it actually works pretty reliably now. The problem with these AMT trains is there's not a lot of information on them, so I had to kind of take my best guess as to what these parts look like, and anyhow, I guess I did a pretty good job because it works alright. And then I made the roller mounts, the roller pickup mounts that mount to the back of the truck. And in this truck here, I made the worm wheel and the set of brass gears to go on this. So eventually I'm going to get this together. Another piece that came with this was a B-unit frame, so I'm actually going to have an ABA unit that's powered by these Kusan motors. These are nice because these are 7-pole armatures on these things, and they run very nicely, and they're very smooth with this gear train. It's not bad at all. It was a fairly well designed piece. It's simple, you know. It's just got the E-unit, no horn, no nothing, but it runs beautifully. So the next shot I'm going to do is the Pennsylvania train. I'm going to hook it up to its cars and send it around the layout a couple times. Okay, I've got this engine back together, the power truck's installed, and it's all back together. It's a really nice looking set, this train. I'm really happy to have this thing, and it's all original except for the addition of the additional power truck, but that's all with the original parts. The only thing that isn't original is now the gears. The original gears were nylon, and I think maybe these will hold up a little better. And behind the train I've got a set of Circle L Pennsylvania passenger cars from a congressional set, and in that this is a Pennsylvania engine. I thought it looked good behind it, so I'm going to send it around the layout a couple times.